Hello and welcome to today's message. Now, this one goes quite deep. It's a really short message, but it's really about the nature of everything that's going on right now. So, if you're new here, welcome. I'm Sonia Davies, spiritual advisor, and I share channeled messages that I get through every morning. I write them, I channel write every morning, and sometimes I'm called to speak those to you and share with you because they're for you as much as they are for me. Sometimes they're not. Sometimes they're really personal based on a specific question I've asked my guides. But today, this one's definitely for all of us. Okay, so I'm going to share this one with you. Now, it doesn't matter when you're watching this. Trust that you will be brought to watch this and receive this at exactly the right time for you. But for context, today I am recording this on Wednesday, the 10th of June, 2026, and we are right in the most beautiful energies of a Venus-Jupiter conjunction in Cancer. The energy of this is profound, and I'm feeling it particularly deeply because also for me, it's also happening conjunct my natal Venus. Now, whether you're into astrology or not, don't worry. I'm not an astrologer, by the way, for the record, but I'm a very enthusiastic amateur and I look into my own astrology quite deeply. I have support from some incredible people as well. So, but the energies right now are so powerful. And we've just come past the 6-6 portal as well, the 6th of June. And that was really powerful. And one of the things the reason I'm sharing this is because I've had conversations with a lot of people and my own experience that is saying how utterly exhausted people are feeling, how it all feels really heavy and people have got no energy, real fatigue going on, real I know I want momentum, but I can't quite get there. What I want to say to you, and this today's message really leans into that, and I'll talk about it more after I've shared the message in a moment. But these energies are massive, and we are heading at a rapid pace towards July, and July 2026 is going to be a really profound shift for all of us. No matter where you are on your journey, it's going to be big and it's going to impact the world around us. So I'm going to drop in and read today's message. Now, bear with me because when I wrote this one, my writing is, although I take my glasses off, I can't see. Well, I pretty much close my eyes when I'm writing, my channel writing. And sometimes the messages come through so fast I can barely read my writing afterwards. So bear with me a little bit as I'm reading this one because I will have to like reinterpret my own handwriting. So it's always a challenge for these. But what I want to do is invite you to just take a breath. And if you're able to, close your eyes and really feel the frequency of the energy of this message more than listening to the words themselves. You can come back and do that later. And I will talk about them after I've shared the message as well. So I invite you now, as I desperately try and interpret my handwriting from this morning, I invite you now to gently close your eyes. Just take a nice deep breath in. Ah, beloved one, a dreaming is occurring and it carries you on winds you cannot see or feel. A dreaming of all that is and all that is to be, and yet it feels like disconnection. It feels like uncertainty. It feels disorienting to your human brain, but not to your soul self. Trust your soul. Trust the dreams. Trust the uncertainty, for it is not without purposes, never without purpose. Yes, you always have choices you can make, for your free will is paramount in this lifetime for you. But when you trust the dream state, you surrender to the possibilities of all that is and can be. There is a process underway, and while the choice is always yours, we invite you to surrender and trust in love, in truth, in surrender. So it's a shorter message today, but how powerful and how profound. And I don't know about you, but I've certainly been getting really, really vivid, powerful dreams the last few days. Certainly since, I say probably since about last Thursday or Friday. And it's Wednesday now, so pretty much the last week as I'm recording this. And that can be disorienting. You can really feel that something's shifting, something's going on. And what I'm really getting a sense of with this is, yeah, you have free will. You can choose to ignore your dreams. You can choose to ignore the nudges in your dreams and just go, no, this is how I do things because this is how I've always done them. And this is saying, but if you surrender to what's coming up, you allow more of what's possible to emerge. I really love this message. This really is speaking to the need for us all, and this is myself as much as it is for you, to just let go of that human need to control and know what's going on. That's what I'm getting. That's what I'm really getting. And believe me, this is impacting me just as much as it is you. There's a sense of, in our dreams, we are shown so much. We travel galactic. I mean, if you are a light worker or whatever you want to call yourself, if you are a powerful spiritual being, and I'm guessing you are because you're here on my channel, you wouldn't be resonating with my frequency if you weren't. Whether you know it consciously or not, you are a multidimensional being on a powerful journey. And those of us who are quite often at night when we sleep, we are actually doing work in different dimensions. We are astral traveling. We are doing all sorts of weird and wonderful things that our human brains can't cope with, can't understand. That's why they happen when we sleep. And what I believe is happening right now, because the veil at the 6/6 portal in particular, so the 6th of June, and it's every year, there is the closest point of connection between the earth and the solid reality of this planet that we are walking on right now and divine source and all that is out there in the multidimensionality. And it's like at this time of year, they come closer together, closer and closer and closer. And we're building up to the solstice, which is only a couple of weeks away now. Really powerful time of year. I've got to be honest, one of my favorite times of year. And this time feels quite unsettling. And there's a place you go in your dreams and where weird things are happening, and you might be seeing old experiences that you've had that you thought you dealt with that are coming back again. I know I've had that. People that I haven't thought of in decades suddenly emerging in my dreams, and I'm going, what? Where did you spring from? And this message today is saying, trust it. It's doing the work. It's processing things. Your brain is processing things. Your subconscious brain is healing things. And it's also preparing you for what's coming. Now, none of us know what's coming. There's an awful lot of noise and speculation out there. I mean, if you watch any spiritual guides on YouTube right now, I'm mentioning YouTube because that's where you are watching this right now. Huge number of them were channeled guides, some really popular global names out there talking about things that are coming. I'm not here to talk about that, but what I am here to say is there are things coming that will change things. The energies astrologically for the end of June, once we get past this, so I mean, we're already in it. This Venus-Jupiter conjunction happening right now is powerful. We've got, I'm not going to dive into it because I'm not an astrologer, but there's so much astrology going on. And we've got a new moon next week, and there's the solstice, and then a full moon, and Mercury, and lots and lots and lots of stuff. And July is going to be monumental. And what I'm getting a sense of is this disconnection that we're feeling right now is part of the cleansing and clearing and healing process so that we can be ready for that. Because those of you who are here watching me right now, whenever it is you're watching this, and I know I'm mentioning lots of dates and current things, but the energy of this will be reaching you at the point that you need it. Those of you who are watching this right now are here because you're feeling these frequencies. You're drawn to my frequency because I'm sharing and channeling the guides that come through me. And the message is stop fighting your human brain on this. That's what I'm really getting. That's the core of today's message. There is a process underway, and while the choice is always yours, we invite you to surrender and trust. So that is really, as humans, we have free will. We can always go, no, I'm going to ignore that. I'm going to go back to my mundane reality, day to day, 3D stuff that needs doing, my to-do list. You know, if you run a business, like there's always stuff to do, or whatever it is you do in your life, it doesn't matter. But there's always things to be done in the real world, and that's perfect. But this is saying you can, of course, you have free will. Of course, you can choose to ignore what's coming up for you overnight and in your dream state, and all the weird thoughts and feelings that you're having right now. But this is saying, but actually, there's an invitation here to trust, to surrender, to go with the flow of what is, rather than trying to stay on the familiar path that you know, because everything is changing in our world right now. You can see that playing out around you. Now, I do not watch mainstream media, like hardly at all. I certainly don't watch news or anything like that. I haven't for a long time. And that's not because I don't have compassion and love for people who are having difficult times right now. I absolutely do. And I hold those people in my heart every day in my daily connections into the universe. And I send love and healing to all. But I don't need to consume it because I don't need that in my energy field. And that means I trust and surrender to what is happening and the possibilities of what might happen. Even if it looks like it's really difficult and challenging, actually, sometimes it's there for a reason. Systems and processes and things need to crumble and fall away in order for new things to be built in their place. I've had so many experiences of that in my life, particularly the time when I had 5 months off work with burnout. Not because of the job, this is when I was still in the corporate world, not because of the job as such, but because I was following a path that wasn't aligned for me. And the universe needed to come in and go, no, stop. And it needed to almost physically break me. It felt like it at the time. In order for me to go, hang on a minute. No, this is what I need to be doing. Let's go over here. If I hadn't had that moment of stopping and trusting and just going, okay, I'm going to see where this takes me, then I wouldn't be here now talking to you. I would still be trying to force myself down a path that wasn't aligned for me. And that's what this message is about. There is a wider process underway, and it may look like chaos and destruction, but actually it has a purpose. And if you surrender to the process rather than trying to force yourself to keep going the way you always have, that's when it flows, and that's when things become a lot easier for you in your life. Even if it may not feel it in the moment, you will look back on this time and go, oh yeah, that needed to happen so that that could happen. And wow, now look at my life. That's how it works. That's certainly I'm living proof of that. Certainly how it's worked for me. So I want to invite you to really think about how you can find that inner calm, trust and surrender. That's what today's message is all about. That's what the universe is inviting you. Literally, we invite you to surrender and trust. It's perfect. So I would love to know how this feels for you, what's going on in your world. And if you want some help with that, one of the things I'm starting to understand more now, Last weekend, just a few days ago, my guides came in and told me I needed to host a free meditation using the solstice energies, all about finding calm in the chaos. And as the days go on and I get more of these channel messages, I'm starting to understand more and more why they asked me to have that theme and to do this session. So I'll drop the link for that below. It's a free meditation and activation. It's going to be in your Akashic Records. I'll put the link to that below. If you're able to join live, if you're seeing this before the solstice, then you can join live. If not, it will be available as a recorded meditation that you can access at any time, and it will be timeless. So if you want to find calm in the chaos, whether that's chaos in your own life, chaos in the wider world, whatever it is for you, this is going to be a really, I'm sensing it will be channeled, so I don't know exactly yet, but I'm sensing it's going to be really powerful cleansing and clearing and letting go of some of the blocks that are holding you back so that you can move forward with calm and that sense of surrender amongst all the chaos. So the link for that is underneath this video in the writing with this video, so you can click on that if you want to. I would love to have you there if you feel called to it. And if you can't join live, like I say, it will come out as a replay afterwards. And if you're watching this in the future, you'll be able to download it. So I'd love to know how that feels for you. How does it feel for you to land in the sense of surrender to everything that's going on right now? How are you feeling right now? Do let me know. Pop notes in the comments. I love reading your comments. I do always read them. Not always immediately, but I do always come back and read them. So do let me know. If you haven't already, please do make sure you're subscribed to my channel. It makes a massive difference to how this channel, this platform, shows my messages to people who might need them. It's not actually for my sake, it's for the benefit of all the people out there who haven't found me yet. So if you subscribe, you're actually helping them to find these messages. So if you found this helpful, please do make sure you're subscribed and hit the like button as well. Again, that makes a difference to how the platform shows this to people. I'm going to leave this here. I'm sending you so much love. Trust the process. It's all going to be beautiful and perfect. It always is. Take care, and I will see you very soon.